So we got two more messages on stewardship. Then we will most likely have a Christmas message looking at proof that Jesus is who he says he is. Because at the end of the day, it's all about who Jesus is, right? Who he is historically, but really who he is in your life. And then we're going to get into a series on relationships. It's something that's really been on my heart lately, and something that I need to remind myself of. Something we should always remind ourselves of is that Satan has no original ideas. He is a counterfeiter. He counterfeits things, and sometimes he'll put ideas in your head to that your spouse isn't adequate, that your spouse isn't all together there to meet and supply your needs, that your spouse is lacking in certain areas, and then you'll go down this mental trail where you begin to pick your spouse apart. And we have to realize where these fiery darts are coming from, because we know Jesus said a house divided against itself cannot stand. Satan has attacked the family and started attacking the family structure several generations ago. That's the reason we have the crime that we have, because dads stop being dads, because young men are raised by grandmothers. And I'm not discounting a good mama. I'm not. They're great. But a man needs a man in their life. So he's come against the family, and he comes with trying to divide the man and the woman, trying to separate the family. And he does that with suggestions. Let me tell you things we got to be careful of. He'll also counterfeit your spouse. See, at the end of the night, your wife may need that quiet, intimate conversation where you're wanting to play your video game or watch your favorite YouTube channel. The adversary will send someone other than you to fulfill that need. She needs that. The thing that your husband needs, the adversary will send someone to fulfill that need. So we need to understand our spouse's needs. You know, a man's real simple. I can't talk for a woman. We need food. We need words of encouragement, affirmation, and we need procreation. I don't know how to say that nice, but, you know, guys are fairly simple in those three needs. Now, those three needs can become a little more complicated, especially if you're married to me and you don't know if I'm cutting back on fat today or cutting back on carbs or I'm just eating cheesecake. So it can get complicated, but we need to understand the thing that your spouse needs. We get married and we stop going to the gym. Man, I battle with this. I was married to my first wife 21 years, and really nobody be taking relationship advice from me. I just feel like I need to say this. But man, I'd let myself go. When I got out of the military, I moved down to the Virgin Islands, and I come home. I'm a 48-inch chest, 32-inch waist, bench pressing 400 pounds pretty easy. I was a big, in-shape guy. I get married, by the time I'm 26 years old, I'm 300 pounds. I'm wearing a size 46 pants. I had let myself go. I was not attractive. And I'm not trying to pass my condemnation on anybody else, but we should take care of ourselves. When the young woman's dating, and every time you see her, she's got her makeup just right, and then you get married and all of a sudden that stops. And I'm not, proposing that you have to be perfect and well kept all the time. That's ridiculous. But you still got to understand. You've got to understand the thing that your spouse needs. The adversary will send someone to supply that need if you're not supplying it. He's going to send someone anyway. But, if I go so long without food, If I go so long without food, man, I'm going to eat anything. And just try to wrap your mind around that parable. So be aware. The other thing that I see is people marrying people and thinking that, well, after they get married, my porn problem ain't going to be an issue. You need to deal with your porn problem before you get married. Or I can fix him, or I can fix her. We'll get in church and everything will be better. No, it won't. I mean, it just, you need to make sure that the person you're marrying, you can live with them and everything about them for the rest of your life. Because let me tell you something. God hates divorce. Divorce is sin outside of the cause of fornication. I mean, if you got a habitual spouse that's habitually running around on you, I mean, you got every right in the world to divorce them. And I feel get married again, and you got to be real careful. So as we get into the relationship, just to recap, understand that your spouse has needs. If you don't supply those needs, Satan is going to send a counterfeit. They may be a lot younger than you are. They may be a lot better looking. So just be aware. Be aware of what your spouse needs. You didn't hear me say wants, right? There's certain things that we all need. And it varies in different ways from person to person. But there is some commonality. Food, words of affirmation, encouragement, and, sex. That's a man. That's what we need. I can't speak to what a woman needs. You need to do the love languages. What is their love language? Marilyn's love language is acts of service. So, man, I wash dishes. I fold clothes. I sweep the floor. I make her coffee every morning because that's how I express my love. I don't always feel like washing dishes. I don't always feel like folding clothes. But I do it because I want to express my love for my spouse. Because I know that old slick devil, he's going to be inboxing Marilyn if I don't meet her needs. So anyway, God bless y'all. I hope this helps someone. 5 to 8 minutes a day on relationships. Be watching out for them. God bless you.